Hey guys, Epicenter Brian here. Hey, today we've got a couple of our local customers in town. This is Scott and Lacey. And Scott is a big fan of imitation crab. And
absolutely love it. It's my snacking item whenever I'm in the mood for something and I don't know what. Imitation crab just happens to be something I go for because it's protein for the most part and it tastes good.
So we were talking about some of the things that I've done in the Harvest Right home freeze dryer, and one of the items happens to be imitation crab. And so we've got a jar here that we're going to rehydrate so Scott can try this out, but he's also going to try this crunchy and see if he likes it. But then we have another fun little project. Picked up some imitation crab over at Cash and Carry, and we have this mystery box here. And Scott has been challenged.
It's a challenge.
And tell us about this challenge, Scott.
So apparently I'm making lunch out of whatever's in this box and, if necessary, other things in the warehouse. And the crab, of course. Now, having gone through culinary school, I should be able to pull this off. I'm not a professional chef. I hate the restaurant industry with a passion, but I love food and I love to cook. So.
And you love to eat.
And I love to eat. Oh, well, that's obvious. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what we come up with because, you know, experimentation is enjoyable for me. It's something that you never know what you're going to come upon, and something new can be really exciting or it can be horrible. But the adventure along the way is a lot of fun.
And the goal on this was to avoid things like mayonnaise, anything that's oily, so that we can take the leftovers and freeze dry it, and then we're going to try it out after it comes out of the freeze dryer next time they're up in town. So let's do it.
So far I see white plastic. Ooh, is that insulation packing?
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
that's recycled.
We have cilantro.
And you can make two piles, what you're going to use and what you absolutely don't want to use.
Greek yogurt, very much like black pepper. Dill, good. Salt. Bell pepper. Tomatoes, which, if I remember correctly, tomatoes don't really reconstitute all that well.
They don't.
They kind of turn into dust, right?
Yeah, they get a little mushy.
So maybe we'll have to play with that. How does celery reconstitute?
We'll find out.
Okay. Avocado, I like it. And an Italian cucumber.
No, English.
Or English, is it English cucumber?
I think it's an English cucumber.
English cucumber, Italian cucumber. It's not an American cucumber because it's long and bumpy. Red wine vinegar. And I think what I'm probably going to do is do a couple of different things because I've got stuff here. So we got Dijon mustard.
The cooking hand.
Oh, we got shrimpies. And shallots. And you put a lime in the coconut and drink it all up. All right.
All right, now, does anything jump out as absolutely not wanting to be in this, and anything jump out that's missing?
Well, missing is relative to what I ultimately decide to make here. I'm going to have to think about it for a few minutes because I know I want to make more than one thing. I want to make one that's more on the vinegar style thing, that's got the cilantro and the real fresh salad-y kind of thing without any of the creaminess. And then another one that goes towards your traditional creamy crab salad type of a thing. So I just got to kind of think about it for a few minutes and I will come up with a plan.
Scott, while you're prepping that, do you want to try one of these non-rehydrated ones? Hear that crunch?
Yeah, I do.
It's got like a layered crouton sort of a feel because it's got the flakes of the crab. If you look at one of the regular crab pieces, see it comes apart in layers. So you feel when you bite into it, those layers, but like right off the bat, you get a little bit of that sea salt hit off the surface of it, and definitely the crab flavor. Breaks apart. Come on, babe.
Wow. That's actually good. I wouldn't have thought of doing
It
that.
tastes like seaside, like you're camping at the beach and
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty impressive snack. Dry like that.
definitely would be good if you had a beer to go with it. I think the beer and the crab would be a nice mixture, but yeah, that's good. Interesting to see how it reconstitutes and how it feels.
Yeah, I'll get that going.
And I did wash my hands beforehand. So,
So did this need to be broken up quite a bit?
they are very large lumps. So when you
This is something I haven't bought before.
Yeah, so they're very
I
large
see.
lumps, and they're great to eat just straight like this. But for a salad, go for it, Brian, eat it. But for a salad, they're way too big to
Unless you're a
eat
crab.
those because I dropped it on the table.
Unless you're a crab person.
Yeah, they're huge for making into a salad. So you definitely want to break it up.
Yum. I like it.
Now, this is usually what I buy is the lump crab, just because it seems to be more cost effective per pound than the legs. Why that is, it's shaped differently. Yeah, that's food companies for you. Any way they can make an extra buck.
So you're doing some lime juice in there?
Lime juice. This is going to be more of an acidic, fresh style crab salad, and the other one's going to be more of a yogurt based, because we can't use mayonnaise. We're using the Greek yogurt in its place. So that one will be much more of the creamy style. This one's going to be more of the acidic style.
Right on. Did we get enough cilantro? If not, we have some of Janet's freeze-dried cilantro. Hey, tell these people about the pickle powder that you tried.
So the pickle powder was awesome. Ever since I saw the pickle powder episode, pickle powder, first thing I told Brian was, hey, you ought to make a shirt that's got like a super pickle on it or something, and it says pickle powder. I don't know, I just thought it would be kind of cute. What we actually did is we made, because the first taste of it is very salty, but it's got the pickle flavor, and we made homemade soft pretzels. And I covered the top of it with butter and pickle powder, and it was awesome.
Ooh.
It was awesome.
Pickled pretzels, they were good.
Yeah, it was really
Because
good.
pretzels, you have the salt
Yeah.
on the top. And he was saying, oh, let's try the pickle powder because it's salty. So, pickled pretzels.
So you got a little red wine
Just
vinegar.
a little bit in it, because you said you've got pickle juice. So I'm gonna.
I don't
No,
have
he has
pickle
pickle
juice.
Oh, you just have the pickle powder.
Yes. You can use that.
I
if
can
you'd
use that
like.
in place of the salt. That'll
Okay.
actually, because it
Okay.
doesn't need a whole lot of salt, because a crab does have a certain amount of salt in it.
Okay.
Let's get some pickle powder.
I'll get it for you.
All right. All right.
Oh yeah. Pickle powder.
Pickle powder, baby.
That does fly around though, doesn't it?
Well, when you first open the can, the super fines kind of come out of it. It kind of creates a pickle powder cloud.
Yeah. Ooh, that's looking good.
Lacey's over here just working on dicing all those red
Well,
bell
he said he
peppers
wanted
up.
them really, really, really fine.
Cash and carry was out of the salad shrimp, so I got that over at Fred Meyer.
Oh yeah, those work great. That's wonderful. Okay, want a little tiny bit of Dijon mustard. Not much in this one, but I do want a little bit. Make sure this is. Yeah, every one of these is new, so I got to keep opening.
Sorry.
He's all about flavor.
We didn't have Dijon and red pepper and some Dijon mustard in there.
Yep, and the little shrimp went in. Put some pepper in here.
A little pepper.
And if I was at home, I'd throw a little cayenne in it, but not everybody likes things as spicy as I do. But you know.
So you've got cilantro going over here.
Oh
huh?
yeah, it smells amazing.
Okay, so for that one, I want the avocado to go in this.
Okay.
And then I want the cucumber to go in this.
And how much cucumber do you want for that?
Maybe third. Yeah.
About
Yeah,
that?
third half, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Okay.
I tried this. I'm going to stay quiet about that, though.
It's horrible. Absolutely disgusting.
It is off the charts crazy good.
Cucumber was this one, right?
Yes, cucumber is this one. Avocado is the other one.
Ah, yes.
The biggest problem is you can I never can make a recipe because
I know.
I don't cook that way. I cook by as I'm going. If I feel like it needs a little more of this or a little more of that, I just put it in there. I'm not measuring what I'm doing. I do it by feel.
Well,
So-
my grandma called and she wants us to put together a family recipe cookbook, and I'm sitting there going, well, I guess when I make something next time, I better pay attention to how much of everything I put in it, because I don't follow recipes. I just do it like throw everything in there. So
Yeah.
I am totally with him on that.
So, the avocado is actually courtesy of Mr. John Shipe, who happened to have a ripe avocado at his desk. So he donated it to this project. Because I can't pick avocados that are ripe. I've never been able to.
And that's really sad because John isn't gonna get to try this because he's allergic to shellfish.
Oh, yeah.
And the crab meat does, the imitation crab meat, while it is mostly fish, it does have less than 2% snow crab in it. So, unless John wants to risk it,
No.
you're like, as his employer,
No.
not gonna happen.
Doing the magic pickle powder to this one, too.
And this one's going to get heavier because we're having a cream base. So the cream base, it subdues flavors. It spreads them out because the dairy kind of moves flavors around, as opposed to something that has just vinegar base type stuff. You get those real sharp flavors right away on your tongue where it touches, whereas a cream base can actually move that flavor throughout the entire salad. That's why your potato salad, the whole thing tastes like dill, not just the parts where the little bits of dill are. Whereas this, when you get that dill on your tongue, it's going to hit it right there.
And so you used about how much of the Greek yogurt?
So far, probably 2/3 of it, if not
All right.
3/4.
Cool.
And I'm mixing it down really, really well because I want everything to blend into it. I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes and then taste it, see where I'm at flavoring wise, if I want to add more dill or, forgot.
Ah, a little lime action. Oh, I was going to get a little bottle of lime juice over at Cash and Carry.
Oh, fresh lime is great. I
Yeah.
love fresh lime.
Yeah, so I ended up grabbing that over at Fred Meyer. Because although they did have lime juice over at Cash and Carry, it was like a quart. It was super cheap, but, a quart tying up space in your refrigerator.
Well, a lot of times, when something calls for lemon juice, I'll use lime juice just because I buy the bottles, the ones that are about like this big by that big around, of the key lime juice. Where did we get that? Was it at Costco or something like that?
I'm not even sure.
But the key lime juice is a little less acidic than the standard Mexican limes.
It's got more of a sweeter taste to it, to me.
But yeah, a lot of times I'll substitute lemon juice. I'll put the lime juice in instead just because I like the flavor.
You want to try a little taste?
So that is
These
this-
are two different things.
Yeah.
They're both crab, shrimp salads. That one is a vinegar-based salad, and this one is a cream-based salad.
Cream based using the Greek
Yogurt.
yogurt situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of this. Avocado.
Your avocado, thank you very
I
much.
happen to have one today. Oh yeah, that's good.
So that's more along the ceviche line of things, you know, real fresh.
Yeah, that's very good.
I'm just adding more crab to this one because I can.
Yeah.
There's plenty of cream sauce in there, and I was like, you know what? Bulk this up some more because
Want another bowl? Bigger bowl?
I'll work with it.
Okay. Okay, Scott is chomping at the bit here, so he
Okay.
wants to try one of those right out of the water.
Re-hydrated. So fully freeze dried. Rehydrated. So yeah, it's got slightly more delamination. If you look in the end of it, you can see the layers. It's not quite as stuck together as whenever it's fresh out of the package.
Yep.
It's got ever so slightly a little bit more spongy texture to it than the rubbery kind of consistency that it comes out of the package like.
You think it would help to drain that? Squish it in some...
I don't think it'll make
Paper
any
towels.
difference. I think what it is, it's cellular structure and going through that process and rehydration. I think there's just a certain amount, especially with a more delicate thing like fish, there's a certain amount of separation that's just going to be there because those bonds are broken. So that I would imagine was probably, but I mean,
It's not awful.
not awful at all. No, you could totally throw it into a salad and nobody would notice. I mean, it would be, aside from at the very end, starting to get a little bit of the center that's not perfectly rehydrated, so it's got a little bit of toughness. And the next bite, it's gone. So it was just like a little section in there. So,
All right.
like anything else, rehydrate it as long as you can, I guess. She's saying that because it doesn't have any binder, it's not really wanting to stay in a sandwich. It's wanting to fall out.
Oh, well, on this one, because it
On
doesn't
that
have
one,
a
yeah. Because
sauce.
It's
yeah.
more of a salad type thing.
But these ones, we just put it right on the bread and it's perfect.
All right. Awesome.
But I've got sandwiches made with this one.
Okay, we'll try them. Here is my cute little wife, Janet, who has a broken leg
And
and
milking it for all it's worth.
and a broken ankle. Can you show them your cool little cast?
I have a cute little pink cast.
Pink cast.
Awesome.
Nobody signed it.
I know. It's my cast. Nobody's messing up my little pink cast.
Where did we get that wheelchair of yours?
I don't know. You found it somewhere on Craigslist or something. It's been a godsend, let me tell you. I actually was told by the orthopedic surgeon that I could start bearing weight on my leg when I got this cast. Well, bearing weight is not walking on it, and I was walking on it yesterday, and I paid for it.
They're achy.
Yeah, I paid for it last night and
Yeah.
today, so I'm being a good girl now.
Do you know the story, what we're having today?
I heard that you're doing imitation crab.
We are. And so there are two different kinds.
Okay.
The quick version on what this is.
So this is a cream-based, traditional style crab salad. It's got celery and it's got cilantro,
Onions.
Did this one get
That
the
one's
cucumber?
got the cucumbers.
Oh,
Cucumber.
that sounds great.
And it's a Greek yogurt.
Yeah, it's
instead of
Greek yogurt.
Mayonnaise.
Dijon mustard and pepper.
Pickle powder.
Pickle powder.
Definitely
Yeah, they
pickle
both got pickle powder. Because we didn't use salt, we used pickle powder instead.
great.
So, dill. This one is a ceviche type, so it's got. Oh, they both have lime juice in them, but this one has more lime juice. Plus, it has the
The vinegar. And
red wine vinegar, and it has Dijon, and this one got avocado. And
This also has cilantro. Does the other one have cilantro?
yeah, they both have
Okay.
cilantro
Yeah.
in them.
so
But they're
one
similar
vinegar, one cream base.
for main components, but the saucing and the spicing is a little bit different between the two.
All right.
Beautiful.
And here.
Okay, you're making me eat first?
Yeah.
We know what it tastes like.
Oh,
Thank you. All right. I'm gonna do the cream one because that's my favorite kind of.
Having watched videos previously, that's a good thing out of her.
Very
This is a
tasty.
good thing. Yep.
No, that is very, very tasty. I can do that.
We're gonna freeze dry leftovers,
Oh,
and then we're gonna try it again next time they're up.
excellent.
That one's a winner.
And sorry, there's no recipe.
Absolutely. Yeah,
You have to watch the video.
Yeah, there we go. Watch the
that's
video.
that's the only way to cook. It's like, how did I make that? Isn't that what we do all the time?
Yeah.
Cooking on the fly.
Excellent. Well,
Okay.
this is beautiful. So,
Try the other one,
oh, okay.
please.
Well,
So
let's do the
demanding.
other one.
That's her not bad, but not my favorite face.
No, it's good, but I really like the cream-based one.
Right.
I liked that one better not on the bread just by itself. To me, it's more of a salad.
Yeah, and
Mixture.
even with a maybe a different kind of a bread, maybe like a cracker. It
Yeah.
would be good on a cracker.
There we go.
You know, something.
Well, I
Yeah.
said the pilot crackers
Yes.
would have been good for that.
Exactly. That's perfect. But it's good. It's really good. Oh, but this cream one, yum.
Alrighty.
You want to try?
Yeah. I'm gonna start with the cream one. Oh yeah,
Look at that.
that looks so good.
These two batteries are really good.
It smells good.
Mmm. Crunchy. That's so good. I don't think I have a preference. I'll try this one with the bread now. The vinegar-based one.
Because you did try that with
Mhm.
just by
Yeah.
itself, right? And does that go with the bread? Because the bread's a little sugary because it's a Hawaiian bread.
Well, now that you mention it, this one's better with the bread. The cream-based one is better with the bread. I don't really have a preference. I like them both.
I already know it's good. I made it.
But what are your thoughts about the bread? About this
I
sweet
like the
Hawaiian?
King's Hawaiian bread, to begin with. I like the rolls especially. Yeah, it definitely works good with the cream base.
Yeah, I think the vinegar base would be great with the crackers. I mean, it's good with bread, but I think it would be great with crackers.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same camp. I mean, they both taste good, but that one's much more like a summer ceviche salad by itself kind of thing, or with crackers or
Like a dip.
even tortillas would
Yeah.
probably be good with it.
Yeah.
Whereas this, you could go a lot of different directions. You could put it on bread, you could eat it straight, you could put it on crackers, whatever.
Wraps. All
Wraps,
that,
yeah. But they
And
both
it's-
have their own unique flavors.
It's amazing because it's made with the Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise.
Mhm.
So it's really good.
And if I didn't know it was made with Greek yogurt, I wouldn't necessarily think anything of it, whether it did or did not have Greek yogurt in it. So
So this morning we were looking up the crab salad recipes. We wanted to get ones without mayonnaise in it because that doesn't really freeze dry. It's too oily. It's too eggy. It doesn't work right with the freeze dryer. So we came up just kind of with a list of ingredients that a few recipes had in common, to kind of do a mix and match style of what would go good, and then we got the two different salads out of it, which I think is great. One seems, denser and one seems a little bit lighter. They smell good. It smells really good.
And it's all because Scott took on the Mystery Box Challenge. and
I'll
the
do it
winner
again.
is...
And I'll do it again. As a matter of fact, he should choose the next one.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. You come up with the ingredients and the type of things you want. I don't care. It can be anything, any cooking type. We can go barbecue. We can do whatever you want to do. You come up with the stuff, and I'll come back up and do it.
I think it worked well with one base ingredient that had to be, the main
Right.
focus, and then, extra ingredients that could or could not be used. And we have John to thank for our avocado, which was right.
Yes, it was perfect.
A perfectly ripe avocado, which Brian said, we can't do avocado, you can never find a ripe one. And John said, I have one.
Thanks, John.
So the only ingredient out of the box that we did not use was the tomatoes because of the freeze drying part of it. I didn't want to have one thing that's a known failure in the fact that it crumbles and just doesn't really reconstitute. So I left the tomatoes out. That was the only thing I didn't use.
All right.
And the only thing we used outside of the box was pickle powder
Oh,
because I substituted that for the salt. Didn't use the salt. So yeah, we didn't use the salt. That was
No
the other thing.
salt
We didn't use
at
the
all.
salt. We used the pickle powder for the salt because it is mainly salt with pickle flavor. So.
kind of a salt, briny kind of salt with the vinegar in it.
Very
That would be good.
Well, that was a huge success, and leftovers. We're going to run through the freeze dryer, and then the next time Scott and Lacey are up here, we'll rehydrate it and see if it's any good. But boy, today, off the charts, awesome. For the Epicenter.com, I'm Epicenter Brian, signing out.